Good afternoon, folks. We are back. We got a lot of new subscribers today. Barricade Garage gave me a shout out. I didn't even know he watched my channel. I'm thankful he does, and it is an honor that he's actually taking the time to watch my channel. I love that dude. We're family here, guys. You guys know that. There's some of us that stay in real close contact. We email, we text, we talk on the phone. The reason for this is because when the Revolutionary War was fought, before the Revolutionary War, they seen what was coming, and they prepared. They trained, they created communities, created friendships, weeded the bitches out, not female bitches, the crybabies that'll sell their soul to try to get ahead, or sell your soul depending on what it is. We're going to see a lot of this. Joe Biden didn't do exactly what we thought he was going to do, or assumed he was going to do. What they say about assumptions. But I think he may have done worse. I think he did worse. I say this because what's going to happen is he has called for a national red flag law. Red flag laws are super dangerous on a way different scale than just banning something. Banning something is unconstitutional. I don't agree with it. The federal government has no authority to ban anything, especially not in the states, and especially not having to do with the right to keep and bear arms. This is dangerous. It's dangerous in a way most people don't understand. I heard somebody today say, if they do enact a national red flag law, we have to get off social media. YouTube's my primary social media. I am on Gab, I am on Parler, I am on Odyssey, Library. I do have channels on there. I don't really use them though. I post stuff there too occasionally. I do have 2 channels here. If you're not subscribed to those, go subscribe to those because I will be doing lives from Freedom 2. I'm not so free to say what I want to say on this channel because I have one more strike and the channel's gone. I'm at 2 strikes right now until June 5th. But anyway, if they enact a national red flag law, what does that mean? Well, it depends. It depends how they want to go about it. They could have local enforcement execute the red flag laws. Hopefully the local law enforcement, hopefully them good cops you all keep telling me about, grow a pair, and they refuse to enforce those things. At the federal level, the federal thugs will do it. They'll enforce it. When they come to your door because you said something 2 years ago that they don't agree with, they're going to come take your guns because the majority decided you were too dangerous. Even if you don't have guns, that's the thing. You don't have to, people think that you have to have guns for them to execute a red flag order. They don't. They're coming to see if you have guns. And if you do, they're going to take them. Why? Because they believe they have the authority to do so because of what you could do based off somebody else's suspicion or thoughts. Dangerous times, man. But anyway, the founders before the Revolutionary War, they created friendships, got together, they trained because they seen what was coming. They seen the writing on the wall. We've seen the writing on the wall for a long time, and it's only getting worse. Nobody's doing nothing. I'm kind of thankful for that in a way because I don't want to see all-out war. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I don't want to see nobody get harmed. My subscribers know. I've dealt with gunshot wounds. I've seen people get shot. I've seen people stabbed. I have seen people have the pulp beat out of them. A human being injured is not a fun thing to see. Especially, the movies make things look totally different. Boxers don't go into the ring without training for the fight. And if you want to know you're going into the ring, you better get some training. If you're one of these people that has, 1,000 rounds of ammo per firearm, you better buy 1,000 rounds of ammo and go take a class. If you're that guy that has 2,000 rounds of ammo, you're far better off paying for a class to get some training, expelling 1,500 rounds of that, and having 500 rounds left to fight with if you have to, than you were to have the 2,000 rounds of no training. People need to put more emphasis on training and then put more emphasis on practice. And you can't just sit there and think you have a firearm so you're going to be safe, depending on what your stance is. A lot of people are about to have their cards pulled by the federal government. What do I mean by that? They're going to have their hoe card pulled. The guy that said, "Oh, them some bitches ain't never come to my door. I ain't going out alive." And then you see when they kick his door in, he bitches up and puts his arms out so they put the cuffs on him. Some people are just built that way. I don't know. It ain't me. And I know somebody just said, That's what everybody says. Check my resume. Be clever. You'll find the information. Just be prepared, guys. You guys got to start getting away from the system, getting away from these cities. I'm in a suburb outside the city, about 19 miles from downtown, but it's still really, suburbia city, industrial, right close to where I live. And we are selling everything here, and we are getting gone to the middle of nowhere. And I would suggest, if you are like-minded, you plan on getting gone to the middle of nowhere also. There's a couple of people that are talking about going with us wherever we go. It's just time, people. Alone, they're going to take everybody out. Separately, they'll convince everybody else that you're a criminal. Look what they just did. Justin from Auto Key Cards, my channel sponsor, the owner of the company my channel that sponsored my channel, was arrested for a piece of metal, not an actual firearms part. They said he was manufacturing machine guns. Oh, he was making cards that are bigger than this. Well, actually, this is about the size of the. This is about the size of the triple pin holder with bottle opener. How big it is? See how big that is? It was a solid piece of stainless steel. You couldn't break nothing out of it or nothing, but it had an etching on it that was inspired by a cold lightning link. You don't know what a lightning link is? Go look. And they arrested him for manufacturing machine guns. He's in jail right now. There's a GoFundMe at CRS Firearms. If you'd like to donate, we'd appreciate it. We're trying to raise $300,000 for his legal defense. And if we raise that money, he can definitely beat this case. And a lot hinges on this case. It's more of a First Amendment issue than a Second Amendment issue. And when I say Second Amendment, I mean restriction on government, not the right to keep and bear arms, two different things. But he has to beat this case. We have to raise this money. Unfortunately, the fact that we've only raised about $50,000 shows that there are a lot of hoes in the supposed freedom community. If all of CRS Firearms, just his subscribers, donated $4, that would be $3 going to the GoFundMe and $1 going to GoFundMe for paying them for that. Because you got to donate $1 at least. That would be the $300,000 or $50,000, a little over, I think now. And I would venture to say close to 1 million people knows about that GoFundMe at least. So what does that say about the freedom community as a whole? It says that a lot of them are just talk. They don't believe in freedom. They don't believe in fighting for freedom. They value their lives far too much, and they will never take a stand for anything. It's a shame. But if you want to support Justin, I'll get a link and leave it in the bottom of this video. If you want to support Freedom Inc. and what we do, which we help, the community out, our community, not the community where I live, but the community, the Freedom Inc. community. If somebody gets in trouble, somebody needs bail money, somebody needs, for standing up for freedom, they lose their job because they wouldn't wear a mask, whatever it may be. We raise money sometimes for that. I've done a GoFundMe for my cousin's death, and so some of my subscribers donated to that. But don't donate more money to that GoFundMe for my cousin's death. Everything's been paid for. Carol, I see where you donated today. Thank you very much. That will be returned to you because it's not needed. Number one. Number two, my GoFundMe is under investigation because somebody reported it as being fraudulent. Whatever. But thank you very much. I'll make sure that you get refunded for that. Actually, I already emailed about it. But for some reason, they won't let me shut the GoFundMe off. I don't know. It makes no sense. But anyway, have a good day, guys. Stay armed. If you are not sure how to get training, where to go to training, just email me, ask some questions. I will find out, talk to you, see what you want to do, and we will direct you to the right place to go. Have a good day, guys.